Even after more than 10 years, the videos of her children are still emotionally wrenching for Shanna Muse.
We're not mommy, and we want nothing to do with you. We love the people who live.
After years of court battles and hearing her 4 children call another woman Mom, Muse decided she couldn't take it any longer.
But finally, hope just left me, and I didn't want to live anymore. And I'm ashamed to say it, I said, F you, God.
She says the church she had turned to for help ended up taking her children and robbing her of her faith.
I'm angry at these people. Why? Why?
In the latest development in a 2-year investigation of Word of Faith Fellowship, the Associated Press found numerous cases in which leaders and members allegedly used intimidation or deception to bring children into the fold or keep them from leaving. Former court-appointed guardian Nancy Burnett says that, as a result, children like Muse's have been introduced to sometimes violent church practices.
There is no way that these children are being protected there.
Burnett says the church in Spindale, North Carolina preys on people who are desperate, people like Muse. In trouble for drugs and writing bad checks, the single mother was in search of a way out for herself and her kids. 2 of her sisters were Word of Faith members, and they said the church could help. In 2000, Muse and her kids moved to Spindale.
Devil! That's not what God said! From the throne of God.
But after 2 years witnessing people beaten and screamed at in so-called blasting sessions meant to drive out demons,
that was a part of the power of God that the devil didn't come and sit.
Muse decided to take the kids and leave. Church leaders had other plans. Muse says her own sister, Suzanne Cooper, falsified abuse allegations against her. She says the children were coached to back up those lies. After 6 bitter years of hearings and increasingly awkward visitations, Muse decided to walk away.
I was done, and I was a dead person.
Keela Blanton also knows the heartache of dealing with Word of Faith. Pregnant and facing months in jail on drug and other charges, Blanton says she was being led out of a courtroom in handcuffs when a court clerk, a Word of Faith member, offered to care for her baby until she was out and back on her feet.
So my baby wouldn't go into state custody.
That was 9 years ago. A judge found that the clerk, Laura Bridges, acted inappropriately by approaching Blanton. But he ruled that the boy had bonded with the family, and it was in his best interest to remain. Blanton says she hasn't laid eyes on her son in 5 years. She longs to see him.
Mama didn't do it. Mama didn't walk away. I love you with all my heart. Everything that's in me, I love you.
Bridges told the AP that Blanton had abandoned her son, and that it was, quote, a false accusation that she had misused her job to obtain her children. In a statement on behalf of church founder Jane Whaley, attorney Noel Tin said, quote, the notion that church members separate children from their parents at Ms. Whaley's urging is preposterous. The church continues to wield influence in these mountains and beyond, but its grip on Shanna Muse's family has loosened. In the last 4 years, first Patrick, then Rachel, then Sarah have left Word of Faith and reunited with their mother. Muse's sister Suzanne also left the church. She's admitted that she lied and has been forgiven.
A true Christian, a true godly person wouldn't do what I did.
But Muse's youngest, Justin, is still inside Word of Faith. She says she's reconnected with God, a kind God, and is praying Justin will come out soon.
Call it crazy, but I believe, in hope.
She has faith that one day her family will be made whole again. Alan Breed, Associated Press, Charlotte, North Carolina.